have no pope, the Judaism, although it's the Judaists really are just maybe not even half, I think, of the old Jewish people, who are mostly Haskalah Jews, so very liberal, sometimes lefty, and they are so you have from this 20 million Jews, you have like 11 who are religious, and although are divided into like 5,000 sects, because you have no high authority, like for instance the Pope, the Jewish Pope, who would handle the differences between sects. So you have only men who are studying Torah and disagreeing on many topics. So you have not many people, but divided totally in different sects. Some of the sects are not even accepting the Israeli state, because the Israeli state was started as a secular project. So at the beginning it's not very good. Or some of them are interpreting Torah in such a way that they don't think that such a state could be and should be ever created, that the Jews should have continued to live in diaspora. So you have really many different approaches. This is what is interesting, that the Jewish people are mostly divided in two categories, and one category is the Sephardi, which are basically Hispanic and Arabic and really more Semitic, and who are coming historically, geographically from Northern Africa, from Iberian Peninsula. And we have also the Ashkenazi Jews, who are mostly not only Jews by blood, but they are also descendants of the people who are converted because of something, because of interests, because of business, because of many different things, converted to Judaism, and they are just mostly genetically Germans or Slavic and so on. So they are totally different looking. The funny thing was like in 17th century Holland or 18th century England, when they persecuted Jews, persecuted in other parts of Europe, they were coming, and you had like very few Sephardi Jews who were usually rich, and the big groups of Ashkenazi poor people, and they were, of course, needless to mention, disliking each other, but much very usual. Okay, so another stereotype, the neutral, controversial stereotype mentioned, was they like to smoke pipes. I don't know really nothing about it. Maybe they do. Maybe you can share some opinions. Do they smoke pipes? I think the more pipe smoking nation is, for instance, the Germans. But the Jewish European culture is mostly German, so maybe it's not contradictory at all. They have big noses. Well, Semitic people have big noses, so what? Yeah. Yeah. They are bringing to our minds the war. Yes, because you have many causes to the war. They are surrounded by the nations which are either very new friends or neutrals, like Egypt and Jordania, who were basically bribed to be on the Jewish side. Or in case of Jordan, it's a little bit different, because the Jordan nation have finished to have easy money from petrol, because petrol is finished. So they had to, and the king of Jordan is pro-British, because he has a British wife, is pro-NATO, and because of this, she's not working with the bulk of the Islamic states, who are basically condemning Israel for everything possible on during the United Nations meetings. So you have one state that somehow agreed on Israeli existence because they got the Sinai Peninsula back, and because of other reasons, because of some help from the United States, promised and kept, like MI1 Abrams tanks for the United States, for instance. And you have Jordan, but all of the other Islamic states surrounding Israel or not surrounding Israel are very hostile indeed, and they are sometimes quarreling about who are more hostile, who is more hostile to Israel. So, and you have also this, you know, these sects who have a different approach about the the Gaza policy, the settlements, and so on. So we have a very complicated situation.